What's good, guys? Frankie Forsyth back here with another one, and this one is actually going to be a little different than my other videos. If you're watching this video and this is the first video you've seen on my channel and you're wondering why I have the mask on, I always have it on. Just go watch my other videos and you'll probably find out why. Anyways, this video is going to be on how to make $20 to $30 an hour doing DoorDash. So I'm going to be giving you guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tips, and at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys a pro tip. So stay tuned for the end. Alright, tip number 1. First things first, you want to get Top Dasher, which you have to have 200 lifetime deliveries, so you have to do 200 deliveries total, and then for 1 month you have to have 4.7 rating. That's your stars out of 5 stars, 4.7 stars customer rating, and you have to have 100 deliveries that month. You have to have at least 70% acceptance rate and at least 95% completion rate, and you'll get Top Dasher for the month after the month that you got it. So say you got it in September, then you'll have Top Dasher for October. And this means that you can dash anytime, anywhere. You can start a dash. Without this, you have to wait till it's busy to dash. And if you're Top Dasher as well, you'll get much more delivery opportunities than if you weren't Top Dasher and you were just a regular dasher. And that is going to lead into some of these other tips. So, like I said, first things first, you want to get Top Dasher. Just aim for 200 lifetime deliveries and aim for the ratings that I just told you guys. So, tip number 2. When you're a Top Dasher, and especially when it's busy, don't be afraid to decline offers or decline deliveries you get recommended. So say somebody wants you to drive like 8 miles in total for like $4.50. That's not a good deal. Now, if it's not busy, you might want to take that because you might not be doing anything else during the time that you're waiting for another one, you know what I mean? But if it's busy out and you're a Top Dasher, which means you get delivery priority over the other dashers, don't be afraid to decline it. Don't be afraid, because you'll get another dash that's probably going to be a lot more worth it, and you won't really have to. You'll maybe be waiting for another delivery opportunity for like 30 seconds to a minute if it's busy out. And yeah, so just like I said, don't be afraid to deny deliveries. And if you look at the ratings that I just told you guys, you only need 70% acceptance rate to get Top Dasher. So if you only need 70% acceptance rate for the deliveries that you get offered, you don't need to worry about declining one here and there, declining the bad ones. And also, if you think about it, when you decline the bad ones, those people are going to have to wait longer for their food because they're going to have to wait longer for a person to actually drive for them. So they're going to be inclined to give a higher tip in the future. Anyways, on the next one. Point 3, tip 3. Try to aim for at least getting paid $1 per mile. That's what I try to base my delivery acceptance off of. Say if someone wants me to drive 10 miles, I'd like the delivery pay to be at least $10. Sometimes you're going to get more than that. Sometimes maybe a little less. And the key thing is judging whether it's busy out or not. Because if it's not busy out and you're declining, say someone wants you to drive 10 miles for $8 and you decline that, well, shit, you might be waiting 15 minutes for another delivery, 10, 15 minutes for another delivery when you could almost be done with that other one if you just accepted it. So that's what I mean by you have to gauge how busy it is in the market right now. That's a very key point to all these tips that I tell you guys. All right, moving on to the next one. Tip 4. You have to be fast and you have to get into a rhythm. Obviously, you can only be so fast on the road. You don't want to go over the speed limit too much or anything. So you can only be so fast on the road, but say you pull up to a house, you're about to drop the delivery off, get the phone ready in your car, get it ready as you're walking up to the door. Obviously, stay aware of your surroundings, especially if you're in bad areas or anything. That's another side tip. Always be aware of what areas you're in, because you don't want to. That's the last thing you want. You don't want to lose money fucking getting robbed or some shit like this. So always be aware of the areas that you're in. And like I just said, be fast, get into a rhythm. You have to be aggressive sometimes, because people that work at fast food places and stuff like this, they're not going to be too concerned about you. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I'm not sitting here bitching or crying about it. But I'm going to be aggressive when I go in there and tell them that I need it. I'm just going to go up to the front desk. I'm going to sit there maybe for 20, 30 seconds, see if they're busy. If they're not, I'll call to somebody in the back or call to somebody behind the counter telling them I got a DoorDash for whoever it is. You want to get in and get out as quickly as possible. You want to try to just stay on the road. You don't want to sit in the stores too long doing nothing. I mean, if they're preparing the food or something, there's nothing you can do about that. You're not going to hop over the counter and fucking go make the burger yourself. So you can't, there's no point in being aggressive about that. You just got to let that flow. But other than that, you just got to be aggressive, tell them what you need. And most people are more than happy to help you and get you on your way. Keep it quick and simple. Tip 5. This is a really good tip that you could definitely make closer to $30 an hour if you do it right. Dash at night and on the weekends. This is when people don't dash that much, but there's still a demand for people ordering DoorDashes, but there's not a large supply of dashers. So what DoorDash does, they make these what is it? It's called peak pays, where they pay you an extra amount per delivery, and they'll pay you an extra amount up to, I mean, the most I've seen is like $5, but usually where I live, it goes up to about $3, like around midnight at the weekends. On the weekends. So yeah, obviously if you're getting $3 more per delivery and you're doing like 3 deliveries an hour, that's almost $10 more an hour. So it's a no-brainer if you want to make some money. And it's very busy during those times too, so you're going to have delivery after delivery. All right. So that's those 5 tips. And the pro tip, I only really recommend for people that are experienced in driving and such, but you got to learn to cut corners on the roads. And what I mean by this is basically, say it's nighttime, you're at a red light, and it says no right turn on red, but you got to turn right. There's no cars, there's no cops. Just take a right at the red light, man. Nothing's gonna happen. Fucking the cops aren't gonna pop out of the bush, alright? Say there's a red light, you see a gas station that you could just slide through. The gas station's like closed, there's no cars on the road, just slide through the gas station, go down the road. You literally cut minutes out of your fucking delivery by doing this. You don't want to be sitting at red lights. You want to just keep moving. Or say you're going to the same place, you see similar ETA and you're at the red light and you could take a red to just keep going. Just do that. You just gotta learn how to keep moving on the road. And like I said, that's only for experienced drivers. And take my advantage or take my advice for what you will. I don't want to see anybody getting in car crashes or anything, but like I said, just do it safely, and more so at night when there aren't any cars on the road really at all. It's a lot easier. And that's another thing about dashing at night. There's no cars on the road really. You can get from point A to point B much easier, less traffic. All right, guys. That's going to be the best advice you're going to hear for DoorDash, and that's how you make $20 to $30 an hour. All right. Catch you guys. Peace.